Previously on Pugmire.
So here we are, leaving Chewton and going into the woods. Da, da. About half a day passes while following the map. You see two dire ticks rushing from the north. You're heading west. They're rushing from the north in your direction, and they did not catch any of you by surprise. At which point there is some rustling, and then two more dire ticks up here. You blast out this white ray of cold energy, and you see it hit the rat square in the chest, and then it kind of slowly opens his eyes and looks down and looks over at Gizmo, which hopefully enrages him.
It does indeed.
Where are we going? North.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Therapeutic benefit in role-playing games. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, baby.
Your presence requested in exchange for treasures.
Red River.
Are we talking one treasure each?
Count that.
I get really startled at shriek noises.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to choose. I don't think Paris has gone this turn.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to choose Paris then.
Okay, well, I chucked my spear already, so I would have to kind of go and get that back. I imagine I don't have like 18 of them sitting on my back. So I'm going to just kind of grab my great axe and run up with that. So if need be, I'll spend both my actions to go. I'm just going to keep taking out those dire ticks.
So you'll be good to attack because you didn't actually move. You just threw the spear from the starting position. So
22.
That's a hit.
11.
11. So you, here we go. Take out the battle axe. Give the tick a menacing look right before you charge forward and just cleave it in half.
That's one way to split the party.
Yes. And you kind of look over at Bob, who has merely charged the ticks and not attacked any of them yet. Give him a little nod.
You're gonna get a little piece of this or what?
Yeah, the only one not pulling their weight.
All right, so the only one who hasn't gone at this round are the fresh ticks, in which there's now only one. So the tick is going to make an attack at Bob. A sting. It's called sting. Oh man. And it is going to be an unnatural 20 to hit.
Wonderful.
That is going to be 1d4 piercing.
Okay.
So you will take 2 piercing damage, and after a sting attack, the tick attaches to the target. So we're going to say that it's like on your sword arm.
Well, I don't have a sword, but on my Warhammer arm.
Your Warhammer arm, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Right, yes, the chicken head, yes.
The chicken head Warhammer.
Yes.
The clobbering arm.
Now,
Yes.
okay, so I took 2 piercing damage. Does that go against my stamina points?
Yes, so your HP is represented by stamina.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to just double check. Okay, cool. So, yep, all right. Took it down to 10.
All right, so the tick is now going to choose its master, the rat, to perform an activity. It is going to sneakily draw a hand crossbow, and it is going to shoot it at Paris.
Yeah, I kind of deserve it.
for felling the tick so easily. And the attack roll is 7.
With my 12, I feh to your attack.
So,
Try again, you filthy worm tail.
yes. The bolt comes flying in and with a battle axe deflects it.
Yes.
Not this thing. Yeah. All right. So the rat this time is now going to mockingly choose Gizmo to follow it. And it's going to point at Gizmo at the start of Gizmo's turn.
All right. I'm going to cast Chaos Spray on the rat.
Excellent.
Which is a saving throw of 12 wisdom.
The rat rolls a 10 to save. So fails.
So they become anosmic and blind.
I was paged.
Patient's complaining of anosmia.
Anosmia? You know, I always thought it was very funny that losing your sense of smell was called anosmia. Anosmia, you know, like schnauzmia. Don't you find that very funny? He doesn't.
So is there a description of what it looks like?
Yes, so a vivid cone of clashing colors and smells spring forth from my paw. Also, I do want to take a moment to briefly describe what spellcasting looks like in Pugmire, which is, so I'm wearing an amulet, which is my masterwork focus, and I touch one of my paws to my focus, and I extend the other paw out, and the magic travels through my amulet, through my body, into my paw, and I shoot out the cone of chaos energy from my paw. And so characters in a 15-foot cone originating from me make the saving throw and then become anosmic and blind.
That is awesome. So the rat, you see like his cackling face all of a sudden just go silent and ghostly. Like,
Who's laughing now?
are they also deaf?
It's me. No.
Okay, so good. So he heard it.
They just
so
can't
he's
smell or see.
Yeah, so he hears the insult, and you see his reaction, one of horror.
And then I'm going to yell out, "Now sick 'em, Bob!"
I'm going to take out my giant chicken warhammer finally. So wait, yeah, I can't. How am I going to hit the tick? Can't do that, can I?
It is biting your arm.
Well, no, I mean, but how am I going to take the warhammer and hit the tick with the warhammer if it's on my arm, unless I one-hand it?
Right. Get creative here.
I'm going to get creative. I'm a dog. Just rip it out of my arm, or try to rip it out of my arm.
All right, so you are going to make a bite and grapple check to then forcibly remove it from your arm.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Grapple it with my teeth. Okay, so let's see. My roll there is 14. I don't know if I have anything to that. No, I don't know if I can add anything. I don't think so. So 14.
That's just enough to penetrate its tough skin.
Excellent. And then, is there anything? What do I roll? So I don't have anything for bite. I don't think.
So now,
to roll anyway.
Roll a strength save.
Okay, and that would be so I have an 11, 5, 16.
16. So you beat the tick at its own game. It's biting you. You bite it back, and you're growling like, "Argh," and you rip it off of your arm, and you swing it around a little bit so that it's directly in between you and Paris.
My bite's just as strong as my bark.
Yes, it is, Bob.
Then we'll go to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, over to you.
All right. So with my failed check last turn, am I in the tree or am I still on the ground?
You're in the tree.
Okay. So if I'm in the tree, I'm going to try to tackle the rat and tackle them out of the tree and, just let gravity do the rest.
Going to say it's more of like a dexterity type move. Because you're not necessarily like just charging and trucking him. Like you're trying to finesse yourself.
Right, like shift our weight so he falls.
So I will have you make an opposed check. His balance, which will be at a disadvantage because he's balancing you as well. I'm gonna call this traverse too.
Okay.
It's just like you're navigating. It's kind of like odd terrain. So like try to make a move like atop a branch.
Yeah, dogs aren't really meant to be in trees. So with my con, that would be a 13.
Okay, and with disadvantage, the rat rolls a 10. So you throw yourself around and you finesse your way into the superior position, and you drop the 20 feet to the ground with yourself on top of him. So we will roll 2d10 for the fall damage, and for the weight of Mackenzie, will add an additional d10. 3d10 there for 20 total. And so you smash into the ground, and you just see the rat with like one like ragdoll bounce is then rendered unconscious.
Get him, horse!
Did I take any damage from the fall, or did I cushion it with the rat?
You cushioned it with the rat.
Okay.
And the remaining tick just stops moving as well.
Does it just stay? Does it do anything if we approach it? Does it defend itself?
Mm-hmm.
Like Mackenzie will like poke at its face.
Yep, no reaction whatsoever.
Yeah, just leave it then.
You can roll whoever has Arcana.
Me.
Yeah, say like let's gonna hit all the skills. Get that.
Yeah. That's a 10.
A 10. Even so, like you look over at, or you look beneath you at the rat. You know that this was a spellcaster. You witnessed the dire ticks appear after him casting a spell.
Right. This was a summoned creature, right?
Yeah. So you're putting together like, perhaps as long as the rat is unconscious, this tick will do nothing.
That's fair.
All right.
Do I know if the tick will just disappear after a certain amount of time? Like, is there a duration to this rat spell?
So this particular spell you have not experienced before, but based on just like general like arcanic knowledge, you have figured this out.
Okay. So yeah, I'll share that info with the rest of the pack.
What do we do? Do we interrogate him and talk to him, or just tie him up and keep going?
You can search him first.
Yeah. Does the rat have anything suspicious on him?
So
I will tie his hands, being that he's a caster.
Good call.
sounds good.
Good call.
Can I take away any pouches that have strange smelling stuff inside of it?
So he has a number of reagents that could make a number of different potions. And you could make like a healing potion, invisibility potion. And so like you know that this is some sort of individual chemist, that it's not common. Actually, let's roll culture. Who's got culture?
I have no culture. I do not personally have culture, but
Uncultured curs.
Yeah.
All right, let's do
Nine-
history.
Do not use
that word. That is a bad word.
So you said 19 on history?
no, that was on no culture. I'm sorry. Did you not need no culture?
Oh, on no culture.
Yeah. No, as in I know culture, not no culture as in I have no culture. Third
okay.
base. What? I lost. Where are we at in the script? Sorry.
All right. No, beautiful. So you know from rat culture that this is this particular rat person is probably operating solo, like working with like chemistry and like trying to find new spells is somewhat taboo in the rat groups around here. So whoever this is just running some sort of experiment, especially where the one who knows Arcana is unfamiliar with this like tick conjuring spell, that this is some sort of experiment driven rat person.
But it doesn't seem like he's like in a laboratoire conclave or something.
Right. Like this seems like it's because you do know that those are not in this area. He could be like have traveled far, if that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah. So he could have come from that group far away, but as far as the rat folk are around here, they're more like petty criminals.
Okay. So then he has no like notes or missives or anything like that on him, like
all of his notes are experiment results and how to, like, what he's tried in making like various potions. And he does have one that's just a question mark potion with the number of ingredients listed, which he has all of them on him.
So if we really want to destroy this guy, we could do it like any other student, just wreck his thesis.
Yeah.
And that would just destroy him. We set fire to his thesis.
Can we wake him up first?
Well,
He
obviously.
can witness
Yeah,
it.
okay, good.
Yeah.
So we can witness it. Great.
Yeah.
You guys.
All right, so somebody slaps him too.
Yeah.
The tick becomes active as soon as he's woken and rushes to attack whoever roused him.
I'd like to ask you a question. Hoo-cha!
Yeah, so you can take an attack of opportunity.
Is that advantage? Or just opportunity?
It's just opportunity, but I'll say you have advantage though anyway, because
alright.
it's just blindly charging its master while you all have position on it.
19!
Yeah, we do have the upper hand.
All right, 19, that's a hit.
And
Goodbye.
that's with my big O axe. Oh my god. 14?
Yep, so
Max damage on a great axe.
yep, so you it comes in, you go to cleave it, and it's with such force that not only does it split in half, the two halves rocket out in either direction.
Yes.
And the ground itself has somewhat split from the impact.
And I strike oil and it... No, sorry. Hassan chop!
So the rat sees its hands are bound. It looks up and sighs, fearing the worst.
What are you doing here?
Well, if you must know, I was running.
Wouldn't have asked if I didn't need to know.
I run experiments. I particularly like tickmancy.
Weird. So, research. And I kind of like slyly smile, grab the papers. Like this there. This is your research.
Yes, that is my research.
Just question off the top of my head. How long you been working on this, buddy?
The last 5 years.
5 years. That's a long time. It's a long
Good
time.
game.
Isn't that a long time, Bob?
It's a long time. Very long time. Be ashamed something may have happened to this. May happen to this.
Yeah, if something did. I can't make head or tails out of it. Do you think we could make anything out of it?
We could either make some paper airplanes or something to keep us warm tonight.
I am a mite peckish.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
High in fiber.
So I just kind of drop him on the ground in the middle of all of us. What to do? What to do?
Does it look like the rat's gonna give?
We just ask him why he attacked us.
Yeah, no one asked that yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, just scaring the crap out of
Why
them is
did you
just way
attack
more
us?
appealing right now.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. Why'd you attack us? There we go.
You don't even know us. We're pretty great.
Oh,
We
well,
are good dogs.
these woods aren't safe for rats. It's dangerous.
We're not rats.
I'm one of the only rats of my kind.
If it's not safe for rats, why the heck would you be out of here? Doesn't really make sense. And doesn't really answer my companion's questions about why he chose to attack us. We're just passing through.
I didn't know. I was defending myself, I thought. You see, I was outcast from my conclave. Tickmancy is certainly frowned upon, as it's odd, and people hate
Oh, yeah, it's
ticks.
kind of gross.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's generally hated by all the uplifted people.
Plus,
And-
they're not
Yeah, you
very
should
good
stop
weapons. They're all in half.
Yes. And there, I originally had set out to find a cure for Lyme disease, but I have not yielded any of those results. But I have been successful in causing it and conjuring ticks from thin air. But again, my rats back home outcast me and banished me. And now that I'm here, and I'm not welcome in the city, so I just have to continue my experiments in the woods.
Well, I'm no expert on research, but I'd have to say that your paper's kind of flawed. It's a bit of a counterindication if you're trying to cure something and you wind up causing it, spreading it. So maybe we should just kind of get rid of this research. What do you think? For the betterment of all of the realms.
No.
All for kind.
No. Please. I couldn't possibly replicate the experiments I've run. He just keeps getting more and more pathetic after his arrogance.
See, now I feel bad for him. I didn't expect that to happen. Turn up the feelometer. There we go. But I've eaten so much ramen.
Very sympathetic plague rat.
Actually, there is a way that you could save all this precious research. How long you been in these woods?
Oh, quite. I've been in the woods quite a while. Years.
You know anything about a man cave near here?
I do know the general area that it is. Now that you mention it, it used to be overrun with very powerful monsters, but I haven't seen any in quite some time. I used to have to constantly hide myself in trees and become invisible, but they've disappeared. I'm not sure why.
How fortunate for us. Will you take us there? And in return, we'll think about giving you your book back.
Oh,
Think about
yes, I of course can lead you there. It'll still be a couple days, but
Does that check out with the map that we have?
yeah, like you've traveled about a day, and it was
Okay.
3 days.
I think it's a nice deal, Mackenzie.
Yeah, I think we can work something out.
We don't want to kill you. You're too sad to kill.
Thank you.
It's not exactly a
Yes,
compliment.
I'll take what I can get.
Oh man.
Any boat in the storm.
Okay, so we'll round this out. So, all right, so the rat leads you for about another day, and it then into nighttime. So, like basically the eve of when you will arrive, and you go to set up your camp and decide who is going to take first watch and what to do with the rat.
Bob will take first watch. Make sure everybody's safe.
How has the rat been over the last day's journey or whatnot? Like, as we've been traveling, are we making small talk, or is he kind of just like every 5 seconds, like, please don't burn my research?
He does not regain any of his previous confidence, but he.
I think we keep his hands bound as well.
Yeah, I assumed that. Anything that you ask him about, he freely speaks of. You do find out that he's basically been living alone in the woods for years, because his rats from home didn't accept him, and it's dangerous here. And the rats around here also don't accept him. He's weird. He's a weird dude. And as you said, like, he also like smells bad from like all of the random ingredients and stuff he carries around. But yeah, like whatever you talk about, he like will
He'll
add to
reciprocate.
it. Yeah.
Sure.
So eve of the where the man cave is, Bob has decided to take first watch. You set up your camp and your fire. He The moon is full and bright.